What's up, guys? It's Sydney, and this is your 20-minute post-travel deep stretch. So grab your mat and let's get started. What's up, guys? I'm so excited that you're here today to join me, and more than likely if you're using this stretch, you are someone who has just got done traveling or who travels a lot, or honestly if you have an office job or you sit and commute a lot during the day, this is a perfect stretch for you. So what I'm going to target today is going to be the areas that we tend to be rounded and muscles and tendons tend to shorten up as we travel. So more than likely if you're traveling, you're seated in this position where the hips tighten up, we're going to address this area. You are probably rounded in the back with poor posture as you're traveling, we're going to address this area, and your neck is probably tending to jut forward as you travel, text or type or eat or anything like that. So what we're going to do is hit the back of the body, really stretch it out, really calm your body down and lengthen those muscles back out to get you relaxed from your travel, okay? So go ahead and have a seat on the mat for me. We're going to start up at the top with your head and your neck. Feel free to crisscross your feet like this, or put them soles of your shoes together or your feet together, or extend your legs out to the side, whatever feels good for you. Okay, so big deep breath. And in 3 seconds, I'm gonna have you drop your right ear to your right shoulder. In 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Now try to keep your spine nice and straight, and this might take a little bit of time for you to relax. Take a big deep breath in and exhale. Just let go of the stress that comes from traveling, packing, unpacking, lugging things around. And come back up to the center, and let's drop left ear to left shoulder. Still breathing and just releasing your neck, dropping your shoulder down on that side, making sure you're sitting back on your sit bones. Good. Now I want you to drop your chin to your chest as you round it out, left ear to left shoulder again. Okay, or right ear to right shoulder. And really focus on dropping this side shoulder down to the floor. Okay, ears relaxed over here. Really think about stretching into your trap, into the top part of your shoulder. Good. Drop your chin to your chest and let's roll over. Now left ear to left shoulder. Same thing. Relaxing here, dropping the shoulder down so you feel a stretch all in your trap and your neck. Good. Now I want you to go ahead and bring your chin right to your chest. Okay, and actually grab onto your knees or place your hands down beside your body. And as you breathe in, I want you to extend your chest up, lifting your chin, looking up to the ceiling, and releasing your chin back as far as you can while sitting up straight. Look to your left and to your right very gently. And come back in. Let's round it back and let your back sit back, back, back away from your knees. And good. Sit nice and tall again. Open your chest up, lift your chin nice and high, and reach it up to the ceiling. And last round, bring your chin back to your chest and arch your back away from your hands and your knees, using your knees as a gripping point. And just try to separate your shoulder blades away from your spine a little bit. And as you do that, I want you to look over to your left shoulder and then to your right, just rotating your neck gently. And one more, look over to the left and over to the right. And great job. I want you to go ahead and roll forward and come on over with me to a tabletop position where you're on your hands and your knees. And I'm gonna have you drop your head and look back at your belly button. And as you look at your belly button, I want you to lift your spine up to the ceiling, pushing your hands into the floor. And go ahead and relax. Drop your belly and look up towards the ceiling. Great job. Bring your head back to neutral. Swing it back under so you're looking at your belly button as you roll your hips nice and tall, arching your shoulder blades out away from your spine, lifting that mid back. Trying to think of a cat here. Big arched spine. And exhale, drop your spine, lift your chin back up. Great job. Come back into your tabletop position, and I want you to swing your left hand right under towards your left hand towards your right knee. Opposite knee, and you're going to drop that shoulder down onto the floor. Okay, so normally I have you shoot your arms straight across. I want you to tilt it back towards your knee just a little bit. Okay, and then use this top arm, relaxing your head on the floor, to push and rotate that upper and mid back. Great job. Now let's push back up into the middle. Reach both hands out forward. Keep your hips nice and high and drop your chest down. So you're getting a really good stretch here in your triceps and your lats. And if you can, look up towards your fingertips, still keeping your hips nice and high. Now let's take the arm that we first shot right underneath of our body and do the same thing one more time. So shoot it back underneath, dropping the shoulder to the floor. Use this top hand as you rest your head on the floor to push and rotate. Might feel a little bit like a pretzel right now, so try to breathe deep and relax. Exhale, open just a little more. Great job. Come back into the middle. Leave your hips up high. Reach your arms out long. Drop your chest to the floor as your fingertips point straight ahead, looking up at your fingers. Good. Come back into your tabletop position, and we're just going to switch arms. Okay, so shoot that opposite arm through and you're reaching back towards your knee. Okay, when you drop that shoulder down and your head down, use your top arm to push and rotate your back. Bring your hands down right beside your shoulder with bent arms. I want you to look up, pushing your chest to the floor, leaving your hips high. We're just reversing that arched back here, and we're looking up. There you go. Let's take that arm back underneath your body again, reaching back towards the opposite knee. Use your top arm to push and twist. And great job. Come back up into tabletop. Arms are right under your shoulder, and let's chest dive down to the floor again. Good work. Coming back up into tabletop position, I want you to find a comfortable position where you can sit on your calves or on your knees. And go ahead and grab your hands together right behind your back and push towards the floor as you open your chest up. So maybe you can set your fingers right on your toes, push down towards the floor, and let's open the chest up and lift the chin up to the sky. And come back up and relax. Let's go one more time. And if you're not able to grip your fingers behind your back yet, just place them right beside your feet. And same thing, just open that chest up really wide, pulling your shoulder blades back and down towards your back pockets, lifting your chin up. Great job. Make your way back up to the top. And I want you to walk out forward again into a tabletop position, lifting that right foot right beside your right hand, lengthening your back left leg so your toes are pointed way back away from your hips. And I want you to rotate over towards your front leg. Okay, so for me, this is my right leg, rotating over towards the front leg, really dropping this hip down so I feel a really good stretch right here. Like I was telling you, if you're someone who sits a lot, you've been on a plane for a while, you've been in a car for a while, your hips are tight. Now go ahead and place your hand on the inside of that front knee. See if you can push that out just a little bit, very gently, until you're rolled out onto the side of your front foot. Good, we're just gonna sit here for about 15 more seconds. Drop the hips down. 2, 1, and bring your knee back in. Let's rotate our hips back facing the mat. Okay, and I want you to tuck your back toe down as you lift your hips up to the sky. Okay, keep your back nice and flat. I want you to support your chest with your hands on the floor. Back is nice and flat from your head to your tailbone, and you're really working on pushing this hip backwards. Okay, so you feel the stretch right here in your calf and your hamstring. Great job. Let's drop that knee back down to the floor. Good. I'm going to spend just a little bit more time here. If you can walk up and release your hands from the floor and actually arch your arms up to reach back behind your head. If you're not ready for that, maybe you can take a forearm to the knee, or you just stay right here, wherever you're at. I just want you to feel that really good stretch in your hips, okay? Great job. Bring your hands back down to the mat and let's push up onto that back toe one more time. Front leg is straight, your back is nice and long. Okay, so if you look over at me, you'll notice I'm not rounded here, but instead I'm lengthening my spine like someone's pulling my ponytail towards my front toe. I'm really dropping into the stretch here in my hamstring. Good work, guys. Okay, let's bend that front leg, and actually I want you to push back so both feet are back behind you. Nice wide hands up front. Feet are just about hip width apart, and I want you to slowly come into a plank position. So drop your hips, and as you drop your hips down to the floor, I want you to lift your head at the same speed, looking right ahead. Go ahead and flatten your feet out. And now go ahead and proceed to lift your chin up to the ceiling again. Good. Bring your chin back to neutral. Tuck your toes, and I'm gonna push you right up into down dog, where the goal is to get your heels down on the floor, okay? So drive those heels down, 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 down. I really wanna stretch your calves here. Shift your weight left and right so we can isolate a little bit more. And from this position, I'm gonna have you shift your left leg up right beside your left hand, okay? And let's go ahead and drop that knee down out back, flatten your foot out so it's straight back from your hip. Great job. And I want you to go ahead and turn over towards your front knee just a little bit. Good, really push those hips down. I really want you to feel the stretch here. And if you can, take your hand and push that front knee away from you so you're rolled up onto the side of your front foot and sink down into those hips. Really good. Let's stay here for about 30 seconds. Still supporting your weight with this front arm. Good, sink a little bit lower for about 10 more seconds. Really push that knee out. Great job. Now bring your chest and your hips back into the center. Both hands on the floor. Let's tuck your toe down out back. Lift your hips so that your legs are both nice and straight. Flatten your back, lengthen your spine. And really think about driving the side hip backwards. Good. I really want you to feel the stretch in your hamstrings here. I know I can really feel it myself. There you go. All right, go ahead and drop it back down, knee to the floor, flatten your foot out. And if you can, go ahead and roll up to maybe forearm on the knee. Maybe if you can go even further, reach it up and back with a slight arch in your back. If you're not ready for that, just keep your hands right here. I just want you to feel the stretch here in your hips. Great job. All right, hands back down onto the floor. Tuck your toe and let's push hips back and away from your front toe. Remember, you're lengthening your spine here, so don't round your back. Think of someone taking your ponytail and pulling it away from your tailbone. You're lengthening this way. If you have a ponytail, that is. Good job. Great work, guys. Let's take both feet back into that downward dog position again. And again, we're gonna stretch the calves a little bit. So pedal left and right. And now we're gonna come down into a seated position. Okay, bending both legs at 90 degrees. All right, I want you to shift your hips and your chest over towards that front leg. And let's push it out just a little bit. Fold your chest right over top of your shin. Okay, everyone will get to a different depth here as far as how low they can go. I want you to just make sure everything is lined up. Shoulders are even with your ankle and your knee, and you're leaning right over top of this. If you can go lower and reach further, you can do that. Good, let's come on up and switch legs. Same thing, so you're just gonna windshield wiper them over. Okay, extend this foot out just a little bit. Chest and hips point towards your knee and your ankle, and you're rotating down on top. Good, see if you can reach out a little bit further. Great job. All right, your last stretch is going to be more of a flow, okay? So I want you to take your left knee and keep it on the floor. Right leg is extended out to the side, okay? We're gonna take your right arm and reach over as you drop your hand to the floor, reaching over as far as you can, and then coming back into the middle and switching. Okay, so you're just gonna rotate over and back for this last minute of our stretch. Okay, come back into the middle, switch legs, over. See if you can get a little lower each time you rotate. Okay, so you're supporting yourself here, stretching up and over top, and I want you to feel it all along the side of your obliques and your hips. See if these last 30 seconds can be you touching the ground. There you go. And maybe even a little bit of a backwards reach. Good job. Let's do one more each side, guys. Reach up and over. Last one. As the clock rolls out to 0, finish that stretch out here by tapping as low as you can. And I'm gonna slowly get you back up to a standing position, okay? So come back into the middle here. All right, I want you to just pop your hips up by tucking your toes down. Okay, nice wide stance for me with your hips. And let's make this roll up nice and slow. Okay, so a little bend in the wide knees. Round your back out. Ragdoll it up with your head coming up last. Good. Once you get to this position, final stretch here for just about 10 seconds. Just want you to place your hands on your tailbone. Push forward as far as you can. Lift your chin if you can. And slowly come back up to the top. So I hope you feel so much better, feel a little bit more relaxed post-stress or post-travel or post-work, post-commute, whatever it is for you. We're all in these positions daily. The seated positions where everything is here, right? You're typing, you're texting, you're rounded in the back, you're kind of protruded forward in the chin, you're seated. We're all in these positions a lot more than we probably should be, so a stretch like this is great to reverse all of that. So if you think about the positions that shorten and round, we're just reversing those. So we're extending and opening. Okay, so hopefully you feel a whole lot better now with this stretch. Please share the stretch with your friends or with your family. I know we're all going to be traveling or seated or just living the lifestyle that we live each day, and I know everyone deserves to feel how you and I feel right now. Just really relaxed, really open, really lengthened, and just a lot better in general. Okay, so share this stretch with a friend, and make sure before you head out, if you enjoyed this stretch and it benefited you in any way, you subscribe to our channel and give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.